What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kryptonite, and we're here to talk about the undisputed champ in the DeFi space, the Drip Network, the protocol that pays you 1% every single day on your drip deposit. Question: have you guys heard how Warren Buffett really feels about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? I don't know where you're at in this part of the world. I don't know if you're waking up or just getting off of work, but you have got to hear how he feels about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. Before I even show you the video clip, just keep in mind it's his own personal perspective. And everyone has an opinion about cryptocurrency and traditional forms of investing. He's got a very long history, emphasis on the words, very long history investing in traditional markets, stocks, and real property. So when you want to introduce some new concept, some new asset class, I'm not surprised that he feels the way that he does. All right, but let's listen to the question he's going to be asked and then his response, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so hold tight. Let me set it up.
We got a lot of questions on this topic. I'll ask this one that came from Raj. He says, have you changed your views on Bitcoin and or cryptocurrency in any respect? I'm conflicted about this because his own views have slightly evolved during the past 2 years from Bitcoin as a fraud and waste to Bitcoin is in a speculative bubble but might have some uses.
Well, I shouldn't answer any questions on the subject, but I will. If you tell me you own 1% of the apartment houses in the United States, and you offer me a 1% interest, so I'll have a 1% interest in all the apartment houses in the country, and you want whatever it may be for it, then call it another $25 billion or something. I'll write you a check. It's very simple. Now, if you told me you owned all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it because what would I do with it? I have to sell it back to you one way or another. I mean, maybe I have the same people, but it isn't going to do anything. The apartments are going to produce rental and the farms are going to produce food.
First, let me say this, and again, we're talking about Warren Buffett here, right? Warren Buffett, the leader in terms of traditional investing. Everyone follows his business model. Why? Because he's been extremely successful. But I'm telling you this, I call BS on one of his comments, and that is, if someone were to offer me all the Bitcoin in the world for $25, I'm taking it, and you are too, Warren Buffett. I call BS. You taking that $25, all the Bitcoin, you taking that deal every day and on Sunday. Why? Because you're an investor and you obviously buy assets with the expectation that they're going to appreciate. And to assume that an asset like Bitcoin is not going to appreciate, we all know that's not true because Bitcoin was once traded at pennies on the dollar and now it's trading north of $35,000, right? So I know you're going to take that, but that's not his point, ladies and gentlemen. It just isn't. Here's all Warren Buffett is saying, in my opinion. He wants to buy the asset, retain it, and generate some form of revenue from that asset, which is why in his example, he used real property, land specifically. He's going to buy the land and build apartments. Obviously, if he builds apartments on the land, they're going to generate revenue in the form of rent because he's going to lease out the buildings. So he's able to retain the asset and the asset generates revenue for him. The other example he used, land again, farming. I can produce food. I can then sell the food, generating revenue. So then the asset again generates revenue, some form of a return on this investment while retaining the asset. So what he's saying is, in an example like Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies in the space, is that if he buys it, he has to sell it in order to realize profits. That's not something he wants to do. That's not something he's done in the past. That doesn't fit his business model, which is why he's essentially saying Bitcoin really doesn't work. But what he should have said is Bitcoin really doesn't work for me in my investment style, because Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies and the way that they invest in them or trade them works for them and their lifestyle. So it's really all about perspective. Okay, so is he right? Is he wrong? It doesn't matter. It's really what's important to you and your family. So I'm not going to argue here and say that Warren Buffett is wrong. Who the heck am I? That's Warren Buffett. He's a multi-billionaire. But we can have a different perspective, a different point of view based on our lifestyle and our investment strategy. So here's something that I would offer. I tend to agree with Warren Buffett in that regard. You don't want to have a portfolio of assets that you own, a large percentage of the assets that you own in your portfolio, and the only way that you're able to realize profits or some form of revenue is to sell the asset. Why? Because when you do that, you've got to go out and acquire a new asset and keep doing that over and over and over again. What you really want to do is what he's suggesting. And I'm telling you, the answer to what he's looking to solve for is the drip network. Because the drip network allows you to acquire the drip token, which in this case, this particular account has 572 drip tokens. Well, once you deposit the drip tokens in the drip network, those assets are staked. It's a sunk cost. It's an investment. It is there, locked in a liquidity pool forever. And the only way you generate revenue is you're going to earn a 1% daily yield on your investment. What? Let's play that back. So I'm able to acquire the asset, check. The asset stays in place, check. And then I'm able to generate a 1% daily yield on this balance, check. Here's the icing on the cake. Anytime you purchase real property, in his example, not only are you looking to generate some form of revenue or some form of a dividend in the form of a stock, you're hoping that you buy it at the right price. Okay, so let's check the price. The drip price today is currently trading at $25.60. So again, most money, I don't care what you invest in, is made on the buy. You want to buy the right asset at the right price. And that typically means at the lowest price possible. Well, drip is trading at $25.60. That's a pretty low price because the all-time high was close to 190-ish, near $200. Now you're getting this asset at $25.58. All right, so buying it at the right price is something else you want to look for. The next thing you think about when you're acquiring assets is appreciation. Same thing. Again, when you're thinking about buying real property, you're buying it in hopes that the asset appreciates in value over time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7%, whatever the number is. Think about the drip network. I just said we're currently trading at $25.58. The all-time high was close to $200. What will make this asset appreciate in value? The use case. The drip network has a ton of utility scheduled. There is partnerships with PancakeSwap. There's BetFury. There's the animalfarm, where you need to drip token to pair with the BUSD token to acquire pigs for equity ownership in the animal farm. Then there's a lending protocol. So if we click here on the faucet, then there's the lending protocol. See this balance right here? So there's 572 drip tokens in this one account. And the dollar value, which is this blue number here, is $14,646. Let's say it again, $14,646. The lending protocol that they're planning on rolling out will allow you to borrow against this balance. once you're able to borrow against this balance, you can pay it back with your 1% daily yield. That's a use case. That's the utility that Warren Buffett was looking for, that he doesn't currently see in Bitcoin. He just currently sees it as a store of value. In order for me to realize profits, I've got to sell it. That doesn't fit my business model. But the drip network does. I'm able to acquire it, hold it, get paid 1% every single day. If I buy it at the right price, $25.59, it's likely that it's going to appreciate. It checks the box on everything that Warren Buffett would look for in an investment. So I would tell you this, guys, this isn't just a great investment for Warren Buffett. This is a great investment for anybody who's looking to generate passive income and create real wealth for you and your family. And it's so easy to do. We're going to leave the information in the description. With the link, you click on the link and you insert our buddy address. And once you insert our buddy address, you buy the drip that you need, deposit it into the protocol, and you start earning 1% every single day. It's that simple, right? So the question is, should Warren Buffett buy the drip network at $25? I think the answer is unequivocally, did I say that right? $25. Yes, he should, because we check the box on everything that he looks for in an asset class that fits his business model. All right, so again, if you guys like what I had to say, disagree, want to overlay some additional comments, do me a huge favor, drop them in the comment section. Again, I'm going to be looking for one specific comment that's thought-provoking, and I'm going to send you one drip token. So make sure you leave your wallet address. All right, guys, go ahead. You know what to do. Subscribe, like the video, share. More importantly, throw on the bell notification so anytime we post a video on drip or any other excellent play around passive income in the DeFi space, you'll be first to notify. For all my fellow drippers, keep dripping. We out.